Gentlemen, welcome back to the shop. Tonight's little project we're still preparing for the giant trevally bell. Now I got myself a little airbrush. I've never used it. This one has been sitting in the shop for close on 2 months now. I haven't even hooked it up to the air yet. I'm still a bit afraid of it. So what we're going to do is we need a board that we can practice on. And what I've got here is a piece of MDF. Dimensions is 565 by 405, but that's totally arbitrary. It's an offcut piece that I used for the dividers in my toolbox. What I did was I sanded it down, sealed it off, sanded it off again, and just put a little bit of polish on it so we've got a nice and flat surface. So we'll be using this as our practice board. Either stick paper to it or whatever the case may be. I'll still see how I can do it. What I need to do is I need to get this piece of MDF standing upright on the workbench so that I can start practicing. What I've got here is 2 little offcuts of what's it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ply shutter board that we're going to use. It's just some scrap from the pile. We'll be cutting a cross lap joint in here and take it from there. So let's see what we can do. Now I broke the last blade on my bandsaw, so the jigsaw will have to do for this one. Okay, so what we've done is we've shortened them up, cut the cross lap joint. What I'm going to do is just take note, this joint is not for display purposes, it's just for the shop. So what I'm just going to do is glue them in, make sure we've got them close to 90 degrees, and have them set overnight. Okay, so that's our stand up to this point. We can actually now put the board on here and see how it's going to sit. Now what I want to do is I want to keep it as upright as possible without falling over to the front side, but still keep the center of gravity on the front end while it's maybe standing in the upright position. I think that'll be about as good as we're going to get. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark here so that I can put everything on the same line. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to fit a little piece of quarter round on the front here, so that if that sits like that, we can still hook in our board and it'll stay upright in both positions. Okay, so we've put that on, sanded off the edges. Now all I'm going to do is I've cut a little wedge that I'm just going to fit on top here so that we just get rid of any flimsy stuff happening there. So I'm just quickly going to put that one on. And there we have it, our little paint palette stand. Just get the tooling out of the way here. And now we've got a little pallet board that we can actually, I might be putting some legs on it in the future if it doesn't hold, but I think it is absolutely fit for what we want to do here in the shop with it. Not going to fall over. Doesn't look like it. Now we must get it tested. Okay everyone, so I've got a piece of scrap paper taped to it. I've actually hooked up the airbrush for the first time. I'm actually quite scared. I mixed a little bit of charcoal paint. I don't know if it's the right consistency or nothing. This is the first time I'll be airbrushing in my life, so you'll be seeing it on YouTube first. But let's see what we can get out of it. Just need to get a feel for it. Okay guys, I think that's a wrap for this video. The practice stand board was a huge success, I think. Plain and simple build, it's not anything fancy, but still I think it's going to do its job. Obviously my airbrushing technique still needs a lot of attention. I'll be practicing from now on before we get to the giant Trevally build. Please rate, comment, subscribe. As always, I'll see what I can cook up for you, and stay safe.